The Stormforce Games merch store is now open. Come browse the latest and greatest merchandise that Streamlabs has to offer, from t-shirts, hoodies, jackets, hats, and more, all with your favorite Stormforce Games logos and branding. All Stormforce Games merch is priced to sell, with most items priced so low, you can't beat it. Come check out the Stormforce Games merch store on Streamlabs. You're watching Stormforce Games, streaming 5 days a week, exclusively on Twitch. Next on Stormforce Games, it's Farming Simulator 22. Stormforce Games starts right now. Good evening. Hello. Check. Check. Testing. Is this thing on? Welcome to the show, everyone. It's TV Guy Jay with Stormforce Games. It is 9:41 p.m. on the 7th of October, 2022. Hello and welcome, everyone. We're back with another stream on Friday night. We are playing Farming Simulator 22 tonight. It's probably not going to be a super long stream. I'm getting started a little bit later than I normally would because I had some other things I had to do before stream tonight. But we're going to play a little bit just to say I streamed this week, and hopefully we will make a little bit of progress on the farm. Still working toward that sweet silage. So hopefully we will get there shortly. Switch over to, oops, this is the one that I wanted to go to. And actually, I have a button I want to test out, a new button on my Stream Deck that I want to test out. It's supposed to adjust my camera settings. So every time I start stream, my camera, as you can see, the exposure, the iris is wide open on it, and I think the autofocus is engaged on it, and the white balance is a little bit off too. So I have a button here that's supposed to correct all that. I'm going to press it and see what happens. Hopefully the stream doesn't blow up. We'll see. Let's press it. Hey, that looks a little bit better. Now the Now the autofocus is turned off and the iris is down to a more manageable it's a more manageable setting. So this looks a lot better. What do you think? Anyway, we're going to jump in here and play some Farming Simulator 22. Now, hopefully, well, I say hopefully, but let's see where we're at here. I know we were working over here last time, and I want to say we were seeding? I'll have to look at the maps here and see exactly what's going on. We're seeding. Yes. Okay. So that's weird. That says cultivated. It says seed bed. Okay, it should all be the same. So I just have to finish seeding. Oh, actually, you know what? There's some stuff I have to do here. So let's do this stuff manually. Getting a bit too far over where I shouldn't be. Some of that I'll have to fix. Okay. Well. Steering is still messed up. I fixed this before stream, but it's still messed up. We're going to drag this down the path here. Alright, let's see. That looks better. And I just need to go down the other side of the field. I don't know how I missed that stuff. Who knows? Plowing in the middle of a thunderstorm. How about it? Nothing else like it. Alright, I think I've gotten this all taken care of. So I think I can fold this unit up now, park it across the road. And we'll go over to this unit now. And we'll start planting again. Just gonna go around the edge of the field here. Manually. And then hopefully my helper can fill in all the blanks. I'm gonna have to run back for more seed here pretty soon, I think. The hell? I don't know why it's limiting me to 11 miles an hour, but I don't know if I'm having controller issues or what's going on here. I don't know why it made me miss that little bit right there. Weird. Very strange. Let's set up GPS. Okay. And I gotta fix the steering on this, so let's... I don't know. It's every time it's different. I don't understand it. Every single time I play this game, my steering wheel, my Logitech G920 steering wheel, behaves differently, and I don't understand why it shouldn't. It's a simple damn controller. And I don't understand why it has to do this. Every goddamn time I want to play this game, it decides it wants to choke. And then when I unplug it and plug it back in, the software won't find it. It just sits here saying, loading resources. Loading resources. That is not helpful whatsoever. Yeah, it's going to go through its self-test, which is obnoxious. And it's just not going to do anything. So I'll force quit. I'll restart. Will it find it? Will it even load? There it is. All right. That's better. Again, I don't understand it. It does not compute. All right. Line this up. Just a smidge of overlap. Let's see if it misses here. No, it didn't miss going down. Only misses going up for some reason. I am nearly out of seed, so once I finish this run, once I finish this tank of seed, we'll run back to the farm and refill. Missed a big chunk there. Hello, Diabolical Diabetic. How are you? You want to come home. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Alright. I think I've done enough to where I can let my helper take over here, so I'll get them lined up. See how well this thing works. And we're putting grass back down on this field. This is going to be another grass harvesting field. While that's being worked on, I am going to take a look at our other fields. 30 down here is ready for harvest, and I don't know what's on 30. I'm pretty sure it's corn. It is corn. So that's awesome because now what I need to do is I need to get a forage harvester. Let's see. Forage harvester. This guy here. I really like the crawler track, but I also like the tires too. Warning signs we want. North American. Yeah, that looks better. Dual light bars, preservative tank. Yeah. Set this up with all the goodies. That looks pretty good. All right. We'll buy that. Now we need a forage header for this thing. And I want to say they're here. Something for corn. This is the New Holland 600 SFI. And it does all of these forages. So we'll buy that. It's funny, they don't have a forage header for they don't have a forage header for grass for the New Holland. Very interesting. I don't know why that is. But anyway, we'll go get our forage. Oh, you know what I need though? I need a... well, actually, I bet I can... come up with something. My steering yet again. How about that? How about that? I need a trailer. I need a wagon to tow behind this thing. I'll have to look in the mod hub and see if there are any you know, things, forage headers, forage harvester headers for grass. I don't know why there wouldn't be. That's just seems strange to me. So we're gonna take this bad boy over across and try to find a cart, a wagon to hook up to. Start harvesting the corn, and we're just gonna chop the corn, and we will dump it in the silage bin. That's gonna be a big help for us getting our silage bunker started. lost for a second. That's what the inside of a forage harvester looks like. You got your HVAC and stereo up there with some status lights, some switches. We've got your controls down here and your onboard computer. We got a training seat. Quite a good view of everything. Plowing through this corn. We're not taking this corn, unfortunately. We're gonna take the corn from our farm. Still have to find a wagon to connect to this thing. We'll have to see what we have kicking around. Normally if this were like a multiplayer and I had more than one player, I would just have somebody with a tractor and a wagon beside me. And then I'd have them all, rotate out. But because I'm by myself, I have to tow my own wagon behind me, which isn't ideal, but we can make it work. Let's see what we have for wagons here. I know we have a pickup wagon. And we also have this guy here, which I believe is just your standard wagon. So we will connect up to this bad boy. And off we go. My helper has completed their task. I'm a little skeptical. But let's go find out. Just going to take a quick look at the map and we shall see. Alright, let's take a peek at the map here. So he's working on this little square here. And I want to look at grass. Looks like there's only a little bit that wasn't taken care of, so actually did alright. We're gonna go back and just do it sideways. Come on. Yeah, that looks better. All right. Awesome. Awesome. All right. That makes me very happy. So now I can just park that unit and I can go over here, and I'm actually just going to fast forward till daytime because it's way too hard to see anything. There we go. That's better. Put our pipe out. Start doing the forage. Get our GPS to help us out. Game time in the top left. Game time in the top left. You mean this up here? So that's actual real time. That's just a clock. And that's running through another program that just generates a text file that gets updated. It's the same as my countdown clock on the slate screen here. So I can do this guy right there. It's the same as that, but it's just a different function. That's a countdown timer as instead of just a real-time clock like this one. It's actually the so it's actually, I have two clocks on the screen. I have that one, and I have really, really tiny real-time clock, which is generated by the game up in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. So one is a game mod, the one up in the upper right, and the one in the upper left next to my logo is one that I generate in OBS with a third-party timer program called Snaz. And that primarily lets me do my countdowns. Well, okay. Apparently, I'm gonna have to drive through this person's front yard. Welcome back, by the way. Hope you're having a decent evening. Let's swing around. As tight of a turn as we can make. think there was a wider header that I could have used, but this was the one that I bought, so we'll just deal with this one. This is an 8-row. Looks like this is an 8-row header. Could be worse. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm driving this by hand. Well, I'm driving this by GPS, but I'm not using a helper. If I were using a helper, I'd probably go and do the headlands passes. But it just depends on how I'm feeling. And in fact, I may end up doing that. Because this is going to take quite a bit of time to... well, actually, no, I probably won't, because I have to keep an eye on this wagon, so I'll probably just drive it by hand with the help of the GPS. Once I get out from around this house, it's not going to be too much of a problem, so... Very interesting pattern that they leave on the field now. I'm wondering if I could run a mulcher over this. I'll have to see. Drive over all the kids' toys and all that stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'll probably run the mulcher over it. Although it depends. This field may need to be plowed. I'll have to check the status of it. Sometimes after corn harvest, you need to plow the field, so we'll see whether it indicates or not. Just barely couldn't make it. Alright, I'll probably go around the edges now because I'm starting to get into some obstacles. Set that up there. just go up this far. Alright, I think I've made myself enough space here to start cutting in again. We're getting pretty full on this wagon, so even though it doesn't look full. Snuffy just went live. Snuffy was streaming with Iron Mouse on YouTube a little while ago. But I think Iron Mouse had some trouble, so she had to end. See Iron Mouse streaming on YouTube all that often. She's a Twitch partner, so oh, I'm actually full. So we're gonna run this load back to the bunker silo. Wow, graphics are wigging out on my machine here. I suppose I can shut the lights off now. Acting very strange. I'm still not completely sold on this map. I think what I'd like to do is find a good 4x or 8x flat map to use. I'm not liking the terrain, and this map doesn't seem very well optimized. It doesn't seem like it was built very well. Whoa. I wonder what that was trying to... Oh, it was probably trying to go for that bucket. Oh, shoot. That's right, I started leveling this, so now I gotta back this thing in. Darn it. Dang it all. What are you doing, you stupid thing? I'm gonna put that pipe away so it doesn't keep causing us trouble here. I'm not going to worry about being super neat with dumping this. Off we go. I'm really liking getting rid of all the fencing. But again, I'm not completely sold on this map yet. It's a very large map, but I don't like maps with terrain. I'm very plain and I like flat maps because they're easier to build stuff on. Whoa! Hello, hello! 4 months in a row, 15 months total subscription for Diabolical Diabetic. Yes, you are. So that means $4.99 just got charged to my... Actually, I think it's $5.99 on mobile. Just got charged to my credit card. So really, I sub to myself. But thank you for the thought. It's the thought that counts. Parental controls off things? I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. Oh, that's an Apple thing. That has nothing to do with parental controls. That's some dumb restriction that Apple puts on things because I don't know why. It should let people charge the card of their choice, but for whatever reason it doesn't. It just picks my card because that's what I have set for the family. But you can't disable it. Alright. Certainly have a lot of work to do on this field, that's for sure. I wish that the map that I had on FS19 was converted to FS22. I think that would be really cool. I can't even think of what the map was called now. I'd have to go back and look, but I really liked that map. That map had some great features. Obviously, I had to add a lot to it. I added a lot of power lines and stuff like that, but it was a good map. I really liked it. My new Apple Watch is telling me it's time for bed. I suspect I may end up going just a little bit beyond my bedtime tonight. I ended up picking myself up a brand new iPhone 14 Pro and a new Apple Watch Ultra. Apple Watch showed up yesterday. I'm pretty happy with it so far. Really liking it. So that makes my third Apple Watch. Actually, I believe it's my fourth. Because Diabolical Diabetic has one of my watches that I gave to her, sold her basically as a hand-me-down, so that she could have one. And one of my watches is broken, but it still works. So I really have two Apple Watches that are usable. You gave me the first one, and you bought the second. What was the first one? My original Apple Watch? The one that has the broken screen on it? Thinking what I'm going to do with that watch is just super glue the screen back down. I'm not going to pay to have it repaired because it's basically useless, but yeah, that was the one that I didn't smash it against the wall. It got crushed up against the wall when I was picking somebody up off the ground and happened to chip a little corner out of the screen. And then I think what happened was the battery in that watch swelled a little bit and it actually popped the rest of the screen out. No, I'm keeping my 5th generation Apple Watch. I want to have two on hand because what I want to be able to do is I want to have one always charged and ready to go. That way I can use it for sleep tracking. The reason I spent all the money on the Apple Watch Ultra was so that I had a little bit better battery life. Now I think it does like 2 or 3 days instead of 18 hours. But I want to be able to have a watch that I can wear to bed when I'm charging my Ultra on the nights that I don't wear my Ultra to bed, because I really want to start tracking my sleep better. So I'm going to be holding on to the 5th generation one. Yeah, I got to look at that. I gotta look at that battery status and see what the deal is with that. I want to say that watch is still supported, and if that's the case, we may want to have the battery replaced in that along with your phone. But I'm not sure yet. Sure yet. I mean, you could upgrade, we just don't have the money for it. Oh, shoot, I'm full here. Just plowing along, not paying attention. I don't like this cart because it doesn't look full, but it claims it's full. This thing only holds 52,000 liters. I'm gonna have to see if I can find a larger... Yeah, pipes away. Pipes away. I'm gonna see if I can find a larger wagon. Like a 70,000 liter or something like that. too close to the wall. Much better. All right, really quick, I'm going to look at wagons here, trailers, see what the largest one I have is. This one holds 60,000. This is a double. I can't do a double. That's going to be a disaster. This holds almost 60,000. Two different colors in the cement thing. In this bunker silo? It's the shadow being cast by the sun, that's all. It's just the shadow. Yeah. Sun's low in the sky. I think it's fall. I want to say it's fall. Yeah, it's November, so almost winter. Sun's low in the sky. We don't have any big wagons. I'm kind of upset about that. That's a 40,000. That's a 50, almost 52,000. So the largest one I have, see, that's a 75, but it's articulated. I wouldn't be able to use it. Largest is that one, but I'd have to use a dolly, which means I wouldn't be able to back it up properly. I guess we're stuck with this guy for now. For now. I could go on the mod hub and see what I can find, but hey, whatever. We're having fun doing it. We're just having fun. Oh, boy. So tomorrow, I had planned on streaming, but I have to work tomorrow, covering for somebody who needed a day off. And because of that, they're going to cover for me on Monday, which means I have Monday off. Monday is Columbus Day for most of the United States. For my part of the world, it's called Indigenous Peoples Day because people got butthurt that Columbus was a terrible person or something like that. So they changed the name of the holiday. Because instead of facing history, we just erase it. I will probably be streaming a little bit on Monday. Probably not too much, but maybe a little bit. And then on Sunday, I'm not going to be around. I don't typically stream on Sundays anyway, but we're going to be traveling up to and through the White Mountains of New Hampshire, if the weather is good, which it should be. And I'll probably be shooting some video, some offline video for some content or something. We'll see. I can't take the drone out there because it's a wilderness area, and wilderness areas are drone prohibited, unfortunately. But we will probably have the GoPros with us and try to shoot a little bit of video. I still have a sake taste test video that I have to produce with Diabolical Diabetic, and we were supposed to do that last week, but we did not, even though I tried very, very hard to get her to participate. We just couldn't find the time to do it, so we are going to revisit that soon, hopefully, because I want to start getting into the habit of making a little bit more offline content for the YouTube channel. And hopefully making that a thing too. I've got a lot of work to do on the YouTube channel. I got some videos that I probably should delist and things to change around and stuff like that. But yeah, I want to start moving more toward pre-recorded offline content and still do streaming once in a while. I'm certainly not leaving streaming by any stretch of the imagination, but given the fact that I can't seem to keep a regular schedule, I feel like at this point I don't really have much of a choice. I feel like doing offline content is probably a little bit more suited to me, because then I can just work on it at my leisure. Sake is rice wine. It's rice, is it rice wine? Is that really what it is? It's a rice-based alcohol. Let's just put it that way. Sake is a Japanese alcoholic beverage made from fermented rice. Sake is light in color, non-carbonated, and has a sweet flavor. No, it doesn't. It contains about 14 to 16% alcohol. There are there are like unlimited types of sakes out there. There is one type in particular that is somewhat notorious, and it's called Ozeki One Cup Sake. And it comes in a little glass jar that you have to peel like a tin lid off of, and it's crystal clear. It looks like water, but it doesn't taste like water. And we were going to do a reaction video for that for the YouTube channel. Now, I had never tried it before, but another YouTuber that we watch religiously features it in his videos quite often, and I thought that it was only available in Japan, but as it turns out, there's actually an importer here in the United States that imports it and makes it so that people in the US can get it. So we picked one up the other day, and it's a whiskey. No, it's not a whiskey. It's different. Whiskey's made from a different type of grain, where sake is made from rice. Whiskey, I believe, is made from it's actually, so whiskey is made from a variety of different grains. It's made from varieties of barley, corn, rye, and wheat, and it's aged in wooden casks. Sake is rice, specifically rice, and I believe that the fermentation process is performed differently. Because whiskey tends to get its golden color from the wooden casks that it's fermented in, whereas sake is normally clear because it's not done up in wooden casks. There are so many different types of sake out there. You couldn't possibly try them all in a lifetime, but I know that a lot of them are available in Japan. A lot of them are available in the US, and it's certainly worth trying. It's definitely an interesting flavor, but there are a lot of varieties of it too, so just because one may be really strong doesn't mean that they all are like that. There is one in particular that's watermelon flavored that we have gotten and liked, and there's also one that was peach flavored that was the same company, same type of sake but different flavored, and we like that one as well. The 1 cup Ozeki was definitely interesting. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. The thing about 1 cup Ozeki is that when you go to Japan, you can buy an Ozeki 1 cup sake for I think around 100 or 200 yen, which is less than $1. Less than $1 to $2. So it's cheap alcohol. Let's put it that way. It's cheap alcohol. And for something that's 14 to 16%, it's probably 6 or 8 shots worth of alcohol, of sake in there. So 6 to 8 shots of 14 to 16% alcohol for less than $1, less than $2. That's a really good deal. You know, you go to a bar and you buy a shot of anything, and it's going to be $5 or $6, you know, at least. So it's very different, but it's something that both Diabolical Diabetic and I are trying to acquire a taste for, so that when we go to Japan, we can partake in, you know, social activities that involve alcohol, because most, if not all, social activities in Japan involve alcohol, whether it be beer or sake. And neither one of those I enjoy drinking very much. I'm not a beer drinker. I'm not really a sake drinker. So I am trying to accustom myself to Japanese beers and Japanese sakes. Because when you go to Japan and you go drinking with people, that's what's on the menu. Our goal is to hopefully get to Japan sometime early next year. Hopefully in the springtime, either April or May, maybe. Now that the country has reopened to tourism, which is very exciting because it's been locked down for 2 years. We're full, but we're just going to finish this stripe here. So hopefully if we can save the money, we'll be able to travel to Japan early next year. I had a bunch of money saved, but unfortunately I had it saved for upgrading my phone and my watch, which were both terribly outdated. So time to start saving money again, and hopefully we can make that happen. That is my goal for 2023, is to finally leave the country and go someplace that isn't Florida. But we'll see if that's going to happen or not. That may not be in the cards for us. We'll have to find out. Starting to get a little tired. I'll probably go for a little bit longer here and then we'll wrap up. I didn't plan on streaming super long tonight. Actually didn't really plan on streaming at all tonight, even though I have a schedule, say a schedule. I haven't stuck to it at all, which, you know, makes me a bad streamer, but hey, it is what it is. Given all the things going on with Twitch lately, I just haven't been motivated enough to stream. Rolex watches need to be upgraded. I can only dream of owning a Rolex. I think I'd probably have to sell my car to afford a Rolex. I should be able to set my helper loose on this field now. Now, while my helper is working on this field, I can use my my wheel loader here to start working on this bunker. Let's see if we can make this work. Actually works really well. Just like that. Very, very nice. right, race worker, have a good evening. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time. That's fantastic. Just in time for this to almost be full. Oops. Definitely gets sloppy at first when starting to fill these bunker silos, but as you get it more full, it's easier to level it off and make it neater. It's creating the initial mounds and trying to shape them and get stuff kind of figured out first is kind of tricky. But the more full that bunker gets, the easier it is to work with. Probably a pretty good time to wrap up. So we'll continue to work on this, and once I finish this field, I'm gonna start wrapping that silo, that bunker, and getting the silage production ready for over the winter, so that come springtime we'll be able to actually get cows. That's gonna be, I think, the biggest part. Getting that silage done. I still need a bunch of straw, but I think I can buy bales of straw at first. So we're going to let this guy work, but we are going to wrap things up for tonight. And what I'm going to do, I don't usually do this, but what I'm going to do tonight is we're going to send all of our friends and everything. We're going to send all of you over to YouTube, because tonight, good friend Melissa from Cocktails and Consoles is streaming, and she is streaming, I believe, she's, let's find out what she's streaming. I want to say she is streaming Phoenix Wright, but yes, she is streaming Phoenix Wright. She and her sister are streaming Phoenix Wright tonight. So we're going to send you guys over to Melissa, and hopefully she's not getting ready to wrap up pretty soon. So here's the link to her stream. You can click on that, use the hashtag StormRaid. You guys know what to do. And we will send you guys over there. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys have been great. We will see you again probably... if I do stream tomorrow, it's probably going to be late. So we'll find out. We'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Stay tuned to the Discord and Twitter for updates on further streams. Thanks for watching. Good night, everyone.